This is the part. This is the part where you die.
No, this is the part where we take on the boss of the area. So, hey guys, welcome back to some more Outland. In this video,
This
we're
is
going to
the
be
part
finishing
I
up the
fear.
skies. So yeah, we will be getting to the boss.
I had to mention this because this goddamn boss. Fuck.
Well, I think the
Like,
sisters are
fuck.
harder. The
I
final
don't think
boss.
this. I think the final boss is actually kind of easier compared to this.
Well, it depends. Your first time, that thing's a pain. But after that, once you know what to do, actually, sisters aren't too bad. It really depends.
But yeah, I just had to make that Portal reference because we were just talking about Portal 2 earlier.
Yeah. As we mentioned in one of the
But we'll
previous
get
parts.
to that in the Portal 2 playthrough. When
Yeah.
we eventually that up there and everything.
Yeah, one of us has the ability to actually record it properly. Because if Kevin's still able to record it, then that'd be good. But Fraps is always a pain. I would wait until my machine would be able to play it on, record and everything. If I was doing it,
I can record.
I mean, you could do the PS3 version, but my issue with the PS3 version is, the loading times. PC is like instantaneous, but when you get to the PS3, it's like half a minute to a minute. So if I can try to, I would try to just play it on my PC.
I guess I'm gonna say this on the idea of loading screens because especially this game kind of has it too.
Yeah, not too much though.
Loading screens. When it comes to loading screens in games, I don't know why it doesn't bother me.
It really
I don't know
depends,
why.
actually,
It's like,
for me.
a lot of people gripe about games like Sonic 06, for instance, about their loading screens, Sonic Generations
Well,
for their loading screens.
Keep in mind,
2 their
for
loading
Sonic
screens.
06, people aren't just complaining because of how long they are, they're complaining because of how many there are. Take some of those town missions and do great examples, like the ones that you do one thing, loading
I
time,
know.
one thing, loading time, and you're there for at least 5 minutes alone on loading times. That's why people complain. I'm kind of the same though. If it's just for like something like a little thing, I don't really care. But if it's like constant, you're always seeing loading times. I think that's when it starts getting to be an issue. Like the only time it's really that bad in Sonic Generations is if you're like doing those missions and you're going in and out, in and out, in and out. It's like it adds up. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
okay.
compare the loading times compared to the PS3 version to the PC version, it's a half an hour difference. That's how much slower the PS3 version is.
I'll put it this way. One thing I'm really glad that I know you guys are too. By the time we had this, all Sonic 06 is done. But anyways,
Uploading would be
I'm
the
really
question.
thankful.
It really depends on our schedules.
One thing I'm really glad I did was I cut out all the loading screens because I know like the first episode everybody got kind of like pissed off that I just kept it. I just kept it in there just for like the sake of saying
comparison's
"Here,
sake,
this
yeah.
is how bad it is. But nonetheless, I'm kind of glad that I did cut them off.
But if not, then that playthrough would have been a lot longer than it
That kinda
actually
cut
was.
down. Don't ever play that game live commentary, people.
I mean, if you do, it's
everyone-
gonna be it's gonna be a long one,
Yeah.
especially in those certain town missions, like I mentioned
Anyway,
earlier.
jellyfish. Jellyfish. These guys are annoying, especially whenever they're like there when you're trying to.
Yeah,
do
they're just
something
right in
like
your
this.
way, like
Like,
the
don't-
ladder there.
Shit. Kill. Oh, there he goes. No, he didn't fall down. Never mind.
Nope. Clear the way, because I'll be coming back to this section a few times if I'm not mistaken, so I want to be careful.
Amber, are you wanting to play this game now?
I don't know.
Well, it's co-op.
I might have to try it one day.
It's co-op, so
Oh, it is co-op.
play with me and I might
Oh,
break it like how I
really?
did with Jarrett, without even knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can play this co-op.
I think
don't know if it's-
my only complaint with the co-op in this game is just online based only. I was really hoping they would add an update for a local one, but they never did. Because I know they can do that. Like the PC version of Portal 2 is a great example. For the longest time, the co-op was only online based, but they added in an update not too long ago, like a few months ago, that allows you to play it now locally. So they have the power to do that. I just wish they did with this game.
You know, one thing I really miss. I don't know if games really do this anymore, but like LAN capabilities.
Oh yeah, I mean barely any games did that back in the day, just a handful. Like,
No,
I know
no,
one of the
no,
only games on the
did
GameCube
that all the
did
time
that.
back in the day.
Well, I think
I'm
it
talking about
depends on
they
the
don't really
system.
do it anymore.
I think it depends
That's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
system. Like I know GameCube only had like 2 or 3 at the most. I
Well,
know
I'm
like
just saying,
Xbox had a
like,
lot more.
I know, like, even this generation, they had a lot of LAN capabilities, but I don't really see it anymore in newer games. That's what I'm saying.
I think the only
It's like
games I see
everybody
a LAN
like, wants it on
capability.
online.
I think the only ones I see that is PC because most PC games only have like online based games, so you would have it on a LAN server. Like I was at a like back in 10th grade, I had like this party thing I went to, and they had a bunch of these PCs hooked up together with a LAN connection. We all just played Counter-Strike on it. I don't see that as much nowadays, but they can still do it. But it's just mainly with PCs.
Like, I wonder if everybody understands what I'm talking about, but I know you guys probably do.
Oh, you obviously you can tell I did. Because I pretty much told you the example.
I know you guys can understand, but like I know, okay, what I'm practically talking about for all the viewers that don't know what it is, what I'm talking about is and holy crap, you're about ready to die.
Yeah, well, there's a checkpoint right there, so it's not that big of a deal.
But pretty much what a LAN is you connect two systems. Like let's have a PS3 for example. You connect two PS3s together with Ethernet cables, and you can play online, like, well, not online, but like
kind
just
of
something called a LAN, where because your two PS3s are connected by Ethernet cable, you guys can play together, and you guys can play on separate TVs. And,
yeah,
and that avoids all the split screen crap.
Yeah, the LAN or local area connection thing, that pretty much just separates the connections. It keeps them all together, so there's no like extra loading times because of an internet connection or anything, but it does separate the screens, which is why so many people liked it back in the day. But like I said, I think the only place I see that happening now is PC games. Because there's not that much of a demand anymore for that to be on a console.
It's just like in consoles anymore, everything's online.
Well, it's
so.
mainly because so many people don't play local multiplayer anymore, so they feel like if they're not going to play
Bothers me,
local
actually.
multiplayer, why are we going to
What the
have
hell?
a LAN
oh, he
multiplayer?
just disappeared. Okay, he just disappeared. Okay, I thought he burst into like something.
Yeah, no, the animation makes you think he explodes, but he doesn't.
You like stomping on people, don't you?
Oh, it stuns them. Oh, this is actually a really bad offender of the Guardian Key setup. You cannot pass that gate without the Guardian Key. Where is it? A little bit to the left.
And then you fall down.
A little bit to the left, minus the down direction.
Well, now you know what? Now you have to waste time.
Well, it's not that big of a deal. It's just like right next to it. But this is probably like the worst offender of how the Guardian Key setup works, because there's no effort for this. All you gotta do is go to the left and go get it. In all the other areas, including the final area we go to, the Guardian Key is in a separate location. It's in its own separate level. But nope, it's right here next to the door, so what's the point of having the door?
Well, I think I know why they did it, is because this level's long enough anyways. I mean, look how many parts it's taken us to get through the
yeah,
sky.
but then again, so was the last level. But they still did that same setup. They have it at a different level, so it's a little inconsistent if you think of it like that.
This boss.
Oh, for one, this boss is a marathon. Because the first half of it, you're running away from the thing. Which is really easy to kill yourself if you don't pay attention. In fact, for a little knowledge, you can tell whenever I'm cutting for bosses if you don't hear like this extra theme going in while I'm coming into the level. So this was like my 6th or 7th attempt because I had that much bad luck.
I told you this boss sucks.
It's not hard, it's just that besides dealing with like technical things, like being distracted by that, just not having the best of luck.
I mean,
the second
alright.
section, I just had to keep on redoing it.
This boss is luck based.
Well,
Granted,
not
in,
this
in
stage
game,
of it.
No, not this stage, but the stage coming up now.
Yeah.
No, not now.
No, not now, but like, this is the first half, you do this like 3 times.
This boss, I don't like. And it's really annoying. We'll get to that part, but like, granted, luck-based challenges in games don't give me any much trouble. I don't care too much. But this one, I really start to hate luck systems in video games.
Well, it's mainly because of how small you are on the screen anyways. I think that makes it harder than it should be. Because you can't really see some of the stuff coming your way if you can barely see your character.
Yeah.
Because I know that's one of the faults that the game does have, I will agree with. The character's too small on the screen. He's sometimes just a little dot like he is right now.
Have you played Super Meat Boy?
Oh, yeah, it's really bad there. And I was wrong earlier. You only do that twice. I thought for a second there was like a third section of that.
Okay, this is the part that I mostly kind of just get irritated with.
Well, yeah, because the stuff falling from the sky, you really need to pay attention to it, and it's kind of luck based on what color it will be. Oh, here we go. It's time to fight the boss.
And we're sorry about that, folks. We
Oh,
kinda had a
hey.
little hiccup.
Nobody will know. Nobody will know.
Nobody will know, but somebody's gonna
Well,
find
now
out.
they're gonna know because you're announcing it. No one's ever gonna know. Internet issues. It's easy to fix.
Anyways,
That's the power of
this boss-
editing.
This boss, I hate because of this section.
Yeah, it's
because-
mainly the spikes that are falling from the sky that's really the problem. Because
you can
the rest of
only
it's not.
You can only hit the certain things that they're opposite colors.
Yep.
If not, they blow up in your face and they hurt you.
Yeah.
So
They can sometimes drop heart cells, that will help, but they won't do that until you're like low on health. And after you hit these little, I'd like to say weak spots, because I don't know what these things would really be. After you hit the
I
weak
call them
spots,
warts.
yeah, okay, warts. After you hit the warts at like one cycle, then he'll start attacking you with the multicolored orbs as well. So you gotta be careful of that.
I like how this boss though, after you kill, it's just the fact that this suffers Super Mario Galaxy syndrome, where it has big bright like warts saying, "Hit me here."
Yeah, essentially.
But other than that, I hate that boss for that reason, because of the falling. God, oh my God! You know how many times I gamed over on that? I'm like, oh my God!
Well, you can never game over in this game, so died.
Well, I died. Sorry.
But since you have the start in the beginning, it kind of feels like a game over. It's that big of a penalty.
Yeah.
But the fate of the sisters angered him.
Well, that was the Serpent for you. And that's all 4 areas done. So, we don't have anywhere else to go, but, well, back to where the sisters are.
Left of him is the thunder.
Which right here, after the cutscene, it'll suck you straight into the next area.
So you couldn't even go backtrack to those levels.
Well,
that
you
you
can,
wanted to.
it's just you won't be able to do that until a little bit later. You have to wait until you find one of the teleporters in this next area. So then you can just teleport out.
That's kind of stupid, to be perfectly honest. Eternity.
And so the warrior, the man of 2 souls.
Yep, this is the
reached
final area in the
gates
game.
of the Temple of
Eternity. And for those of you who pay attention to the first part, yes, this is where we actually were in the very beginning of the game, where the original hero was. So you actually see some of the level design from the very first tutorial-like area reappear. It'll just be changed a little bit, made it a little bit more difficult, but not by much.
Here now, their fate would be decided by the actions of a lone hero.
The actions would be decided by a lone hero? Let's screw things up. That's how it usually goes, right?
Let's go destroy the world momentum and save it.
Sounds like a plan. Although you're going to be noticing here in this area, this is going to flash from time to time in the background. Well, that's because the enemies now can change colors, just like you.
They're like, hey, you remember that power you have where you can switch between being a red and a blue guy? Well, let's do that too.
I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier, but okay, let's do it now.
Well, let's think of it. We still got 1 level left.
Yeah, right.
We still got 1 level left.
I mean, it makes more sense because this is the territory where the sisters are. The light and the dark energy of the sisters is probably what's making these guys transform.
And it's rather annoying to fight in this area because
Yeah, because of their transformations. It just makes it more tedious since you'll be like mid-attack and then they'll change. So it gets
they're like,
kind of
crap.
stupid.
Like, crap, a duck.
What about a duck?
I don't know.
You're just spouting random words now.
Well, I don't know. It's just like I've been. Amber started the what the duck thing. So
No, your
I
phone
didn't do that.
did.
Your phone started that.
my phone started that. Yeah, that's true. My phone started the what the duck thing.
It was
so.
the weird thing. Not only do I have an Android phone, but I also have an HTC phone, and mine doesn't do what yours is doing.
Well, mine does.
Yours is special.
My phone don't like it when I curse, and if everybody knows, I kind of swear a lot. So yeah, me and my phones have our differences. Sometimes when I say what the fuck, it just says what the duck, because it likes to autocorrect to duck. Hey,
And that's why you turn
Dark.
autocorrect off. Or make it an option, if possible.
Well, it's not as weird as me asking my girlfriend for a missile.
Yeah, nothing's gonna beat that.
Nothing's gonna beat that. But anywho, this level, stage design. Oh my god, they throw a lot of launch pads, and we'll see the final
Well, it's
boss.
because you just got in the last world. They're really trying to
I
make it
know.
useful.
I know, they're just like, this is like they're making up for the fact that, like, hey, you didn't have this power.
They
we
taunted you throughout the whole entire game with this, and now all of a sudden, here you go. You can use it everywhere. Yeah.
What are you trying to get? Oh,
I think
that
there's
guy.
money up here. Because you would think there's no upgrades in this area, but there are some. So you still want to go out your way for money.
Ow. Stomp that. Is this the title screen music?
No, it's not.
No, this is the music that plays. Okay, on your PS3. You remember whenever
Yeah.
you stay on the game for a while, and it has it shows like a picture of it on the PS3 screen.
Yeah, it's that.
This is the music that plays.
It's more or less just ambient sounds. You really think about it?
This game is mostly ambient.
Well, there is a good amount of music. It's not just ambient sounds.
I know. I know one of your favorite music pieces is coming up, so.
Yeah, The Trial of Tears. It is one of the best one of the best songs I ever heard on the soundtrack. Oh no, I died. Whatever should I do? Oh wait, the checkpoint was right there.
Dark.
That's why I went down to hit the checkpoint, because you guys saw in the beginning there, I didn't go for the checkpoint, I just took damage from the spike. Because you can skip that checkpoint entirely. Doing that is just, not smart.
Yeah.
I just did it just to get up to the top section. And since these enemies are always swapping colors, if you're in a section like this where you need to be a certain color not to take damage, it's probably best to use your laser, for example.
Okay. So you could use the laser to practically.
Yeah, because it'll attack both colors, so it won't really matter. You can just do that.
Ow.
Yeah, see, that's what I do. I take a hit there because you have a little bit of time before you take another hit. Invincibility frames. I just jump off the spikes because of it.
This game's
really useful.
invincibility frames are not very friendly.
Depends really on what you're talking about with that. Because as you saw there, it was.
Yeah.
But with some enemies, it might not be.
Ow. Spider, I don't like your shit. Speaking of autocorrect, I saw a picture earlier. It's pretty funny. It just said, "Autocorrect, I'm really tired of your shirt."
Apparently, it's wearing a shirt.
But you get the joke,
Yeah, I get
don't
the joke. It's just like, okay,
Okay.
apparently it's wearing a shirt compared to the phone.
you? Yay!
More energy.
Donate 5,000. Donate 5,000 doubloons.
Yeah, it's a
for
lot of
more
money.
Energy. I like
This is
how
when
it
we're
just
coming
says
up to the
donate.
stuff I won't be
I
able to
love
afford.
how it just says donate. I'm like, donate.
Like how all those charitable organizations and speedrunners ask for it.